Okay, I'm going to do some barbecue ribs. So this time I'm not going to do a whole rack, I'm going to do individual ribs. So I cut these individual ribs from a rack and I've had them brining overnight. So I've rinsed off the brine. I'm just going to coat them in a barbecue rub and then smoke them. So several ways to do that, but I find the easiest way is to just get a large freezer bag. I don't actually have any large ones at the moment, but I've got a medium one which will just about do the job. Pop your ribs in. And then just sprinkle your rub into the bag. This is my homemade rub. Seal the bag. And then just give it a nice shake up. Okay, now you can see the ribs are all nicely coated inside the bag. Then when we put them on the grill, we can give them another little sprinkle if any of the coatings come off, but it should have a nice durable coating on there now. They'll be smoked at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, sorry, using a pellet smoker, which you'll see in a second. And they're going to be going for about 2 hours, unwrapped on a tray, and then I'm going to give them an hour wrapped, and we'll be popping a bit of barbecue sauce, apple cider vinegar and water in there to keep them moist. A little bit more rub as well, wrapping them, double wrapping them in foil. And then they'll be coming back out and having 1 more hour out in the smoker again with some homemade barbecue sauce over them, which I'm going to water down a little bit so it doesn't dry out and become too caramelised and burnt. The sugars in there will burn at those temperatures, even though it is a low temperature. And we'll see how we do with individual ribs. It should give me a unique experience of smoke penetration and bark on every single surface of each rib, which you don't get from doing a whole rack. So we'll see how that goes. See you at the smoker. Okay, so our grill's just reached 250F, so we can put our ribs in now. Okay, so using a pair of tongs, and you can see nicely coated in rub. Just going to lay them in there. Okay, so that's all our ribs on there. Now we're going to add some belly pork slices, which are going to go into our pit beans, which I'm making another video for, so watch out for that. Okay, so we're an hour in. So what I'm going to do is just turn the ribs. I'm going to give them a quick sprinkle. I've just added a pan of water to keep everything from drying up too much. So I'm just sprinkling the ribs a little bit with more barbecue rub. I'm going to turn them over. Give them another quick sprinkle. Pop those back in. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours now. It's time to wrap our ribs. So I'm going to bring them out of the smoker. Okay, so I'm going to bring these out onto some foil. I'm just going to lie them on the foil, which has been coated in butter, little spritz of apple cider vinegar, and some molasses. So I'm going to get them all on there. I'm going to do the same on top, some more butter, some more sugar, some more molasses and some more apple cider vinegar. I'm going to double wrap these, get them back in the smoker for about an hour. Okay, so I've just pulled the ribs out of the smoker. These are ready to unwrap now, and I'm going to coat them in some barbecue sauce and put them back in the smoker. So a bit tricky to do, but I'll bring you back when it's done. Okay, there we go. So I've opened them up. I've poured some thinned out barbecue sauce over them. I'm going to pop that back in the smoker now for the last hour. Well, there we are. That is our finished product for the ribs. Nice and saucy and tender. There's a little bit of bite on them. I don't like them to fall off the bone. So this is exactly how I like it. You can cook them for longer to get them to fall off the bone if that's the way you like it. And if you want an extra sticky glaze, you can go ahead and whack the temperature up and just baste them in the sauce that they're in. Whack the temperature up for the last 10 minutes and just get an extra sticky saucy glaze on them.